The other thing I wanted to touch on is how we are fortunate to have the connection between Bridgeway and Drake and the wonderful opportunities that it gives to help others rebuild their lives and to recover from illnesses. And I wanted Tony to come and speak with us. Tony, how long have you been at Bridgeway, Tony?
2 years.
So Tony's been at Bridgeway 2 years.
In May.
And in May.
My anniversary.
His anniversary.
My anniversary.
And Tony's bought a house. So Tony's but Tony, the floor is yours. Jerry, is this set up and taping? Okay.
Well, as Daphne just noted, my name's Tony Savicki, and I'm a resident over Bridgeway, but in order for me to get there, I had to go through a heck of a lot of steps. Initially, I'll do this real quick. Oh, there's me. Many people would look at that as, oh, doggone, oh, poor Tony. Many times there's pictures along, say, for instance, in the PT, and they have people hanging from rocks and they're rappelling, and they say, oh, inspiration, or keep up the good work. I look at this as inspiration myself. The rock thing, yeah, that's really inspiration too, but this is my inspiration. My inspiration to no longer bend down and kiss the floor as opposed to standing up. I think when I first came to Bridgeway, Daphne thought I was going to wash the floors for her because I was bent down so much, and my goal now is that I can actually clean or change the light bulbs, that I can stand up and do such a thing. I had an aneurysm October of '03, and I had what I called a headache, and the doctors called it an aneurysm. I was quickly whisked to a small Band-Aid station in a small country town called Williamstown. They thought I had more than just a headache, and I was insistent that I was a headache. Well, they decided I needed to go take a helicopter ride in UC. I thought I had a headache. By the time I got to UC, I really had a headache. And the following day, I had a surgery, and the doctor said that there was a 50% chance that I could have a stroke. And of course, 50% chance that would be good to go. And anytime you're told you have something that's facing you, there's always options, or you always hope there's options. So, asked the doctor, what was my option if I didn't have the surgery? He said, well, you're certain that you're not going to live, so I think you really want the surgery. So again, there's a 50% chance of stroke. When I came out, I stroked. I didn't suffer a stroke, I stroked. I survived the stroke. In surviving that stroke, after 35 days in the neural ICU at UC, that was a kick in the pants. From there, I was discharged to Drake, where I had inpatient care and stay and rehab, which was excellent. Over time, things changed in my life, which made my next step to Bridgeway Point. And as I said 2 years ago in May, I've been at Bridgeway. My sisters did all kinds of looking into and spreadsheets as to where Tony should go. And they came up initially with Bridgeway, of course, but the intent was that I was going to be there for palliative care. Well, once I got there, things definitely changed. We recognized that there's great value in coming here, not only for the weekends, but there would be more value if I stayed throughout, or if that would become my home. And it has. There's been the opportunity to use the Drake Center, and it's helped in allowing me to reach for the light bulbs instead of bend down and wash the floors. The value added that Daphne said, well, let me go back for a second. Daphne said that you can't negotiate on prices. Well, you know, folks, you get what you pay for in life. We all know that. So if you don't negotiate, you're just demonstrating that you do have value. And if people want that value, they'll embrace you. So in doing so, embracing the Bridgeway Point, I've been able to take advantage of Drake. Where's Karen?
Right here.
Oops, sorry. I was going to say she'll be here somewhere. The other day I had a hallway conversation with Karen, and she simply asked how was my exercises going.
Please speak up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A little bit if you can.
Karen asked how were my exercises going, And I told her, so let me explain a normal day. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm always in the pool at 8 o'clock. I swim from 8 to 9, and usually from 9, I get to an exercise class at 10. And then from there, I would go to the gym. They have a program called the Next Step program, that after you're done with therapy, you're discharged from therapy, and the insurance company thinks your rehab is as good as it's going to get. The physical therapy department has a program that says, well, you can continue to use the equipment at your own pace and at your own time. So that's open to the post-therapy patients from 3 to 5, for the most part, Monday through Friday. So 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, I'm in the pool. 10 o'clock, I go to an exercise class. After that, I get to the gym from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Somewhere in between there, and a number of times, I'll go through the rehab lab for a research project. So I'm doing maybe 3 hours for my own rehab, and then hopefully donating another time or an hour to myself and to other stroke survivors for new care for those folks. Excuse me. Many times after I get out of the pool at 9 o'clock, Jennifer down there is just on my butt that says, okay, get up to the gym and see you in an hour. Well, you're up from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, it's time to take a break. Well, not with Jennifer. The best way I can describe Jennifer is that I can call her an inspiration, or I can call her a driver. And I'll probably call her a driver. She drives me to get upstairs and to go to my class there in the aquatic center. I have the ability to get up in the morning, put my foot on the floor, just as Daphne said, it's a blessing. And indeed it is, that I'm able to get from my apartment to the pool with, for the most part, not much problems or pain. Well, pain, yeah, there's pain. But I can do that. And there's other folks over there that I'll describe as a friend. Well, maybe a sister that I'm glad I never had. She's not able to get out of the bed by herself. She is committed to a wheelchair. But you know what? She's at that pool every Tuesday and Thursday with me at 8 o'clock. And the reason she can be there is because there are aides that can assist her out of her bed, into her chair, and then down to the pool. She has her own personal aide that helps her get into the pool and do exercises. But the guards there at the pool are constantly looking over her and helping her with additional exercises. So that's an added value that my sister has by living at Bridgeway. And of course, if she lived anywhere else other than that, there's no way she would be able to get to the pool every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 o'clock. So those aides that Daphne have help her out, and that she brings her own personal aid. But again, that's a step in her life that if she doesn't live at the Bridgeway, she would not be able to take advantage of that part of her rehab for her life. Jennifer also drives her to the exercise room at 10 o'clock. So here's a lady that's committed to a wheelchair, and she can do exactly what, for the most part, a healthy individual can do for their rehab. But again, the only reason she can do that is because of where she lives and what her residence is, where she resides. That's just my story and my sister's story. There are many other folks there at Bridgeway that take advantage of other services of the Drake. And I think Daphne said there's value-added services to the dialysis, that she's been able to add that. Well, there's other things in getting that. You get what you pay for in life. You don't only get 4 walls and a door in your apartment. You get the aids, and you also have the access to the Drake and all the folks around this table and the tasks that they're responsible for. There are many assisted livings out there, and they may negotiate $5,000 packages or deals or whatever. But you know what? They don't have the value that's through that hallway, which is you over here. Don't care where it's at. Even if it's over in Kentucky and it's a for-profit center called Cardinal Hill or Health South, it's still not this place. It's not the best place in the community that can rehab patients and not only meet just one need, but multiple disciplines. again, looking around the table, there's psych, there's PT and OT, there's pharmacy, I'm not sure, and nursing, wound care. You can go around the table and everybody knows what they're responsible for. But again, what I just named off are those things that have touched my life. There are many, many other value-added services that Drake offers. And I can't thank Daphne enough for what she's done. And as she said, I have purchased a home, but I would not have been able to purchase that home going from this thing to changing a light bulb without the services that I've had to enjoy here at the Drake. So yes, I'm leaving, I think most people know in this room, the 25th of the month. I'll leave with great happiness and at the same time sadness. There are relationships that I've developed over there that I would never have had I not lived at Bridgeway, as well as relationships I have with folks here at the Drake that I would not have enjoyed had I not lived next door. So I don't know what else I can say except thank you, and I think that's wait a second, I do have one more thing to say, and that is, did you notice I didn't hold my cane when I said that? That was just a challenge in itself.
I'd like to say something. You know, Tony, when you came
This
to
is my buddy when I was
ACE,
in the hospital.
when you came in 2003, both Phil and I were there on the unit, and you know, I just want to say that you are an inspiration to us. You are a man of character and courage, and you really exemplify the reason that we, those of us who have been here for many years, are here, because you know, we get to see something special every day. So thank you.
No, thank you. Had you not been here, I couldn't be that character or the inspiration that I have here. So just as you say thanks, I truly mean thank you. My family says thanks. Unfortunately, they're not here to say that, but I know that they mean that. From my sisters who do the spreadsheets to my mom. Family's a great thing to have. Sometimes it can be a pain in the ass to have. It works both ways. And, I think I've taken enough time.
We are so proud of Tony and his accomplishment and success, and we celebrate him as he takes his next step in his next journey. And this may be a tape that he sends off to national companies about his story. Just as Tony said, there are many, many people at Bridgeway that have dealt with loss, and they're still finding that spirit of life and the good moments, and just really enjoying every day for what it is. And I want to show you a clip of something that I hope you'll be as inspired as we are at Bridgeway.